Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome to part 60 of Europa Universalis IV as France. Currently in a war with Holland, trying to take Antwerp from them to get ourselves an important centre of trade. I was just about to go over to America at the end of the last video just to see where our little explorer guy was and get him going around and just doing a little bit more exploring in the Americas just so that we can get some more places sort of dealt with. But most importantly, we keep this war going here. We've managed to win most of the fights. There have been a few little scraps that our vassals have got involved in, which has led to them taking a few losses. So we do have to be careful with what we do. We'll go up into Wallace here. That will be in the mountains, so it's very unlikely that these guys will attack. And what I'm trying to do here is just break up some of these little groups that are going around and trying to siege me out. Just trying to stop any sieges from going in their favour where I can. So we've won that fight. I think I'm going to bring these guys a little bit more towards the front line now. The war goal is here. It is Antwerp. I do need to siege out a little bit more of Holland stuff. Also trying to siege out Liege. Not too sure whether or not I want to try and grab that. They are one of the HRE electors. So we're going to have to see what happens with that. We don't have anybody else on our war with us right now, just our own vassals. None of our allies came in because this is an aggressive war. We're losing money mainly because our trade fleets aren't really trading right now, although they're probably going to be relatively safe. Who is in the war on their side? Holland, Bohemia, Frankfurt, Milan, Saxony. Yeah, we could possibly get away with actually having our trade fleet trading. Probably not a bad idea. At least having one of the trade fleets trading. Let's let this trade fleet continue to trade. I need some money coming in. My other trade fleet is up here helping blockade. It did actually take some losses against the Dutch Navy, but I've since got my heavies out here and now we're blockading the Dutch Navy, and so we should be fine. But we definitely need to get some more money coming in where we can. Here comes that big stack down on the south, so I will just keep my eye on those. Looks like we are taking a bit of attrition here because we're all stacked in one province, so we'll let that go away. Up to 21% now on the siege of Antwerp. Let's make sure this is unpaused. Now, are these guys going to come in and attack? I assume they are. It seems to be what they like to do. They seem to come in and like trying to attack. So I'll let them attack into me. In fact, can we have a better place to fight them other than farmlands? Maybe if we were actually in the woods, it'd be slightly better. Looks like we're all going to Barra. They're probably going to arrive there slightly before, and they have... No, actually, they got the penalty. So let's just throw down with the rest of my units. There's a big Bohemian army up the top there. But I don't think they're going to be too much of a problem, unless they decide to go for my units in Liege, which they might. No, they're going to stay around in Brabant. That's fine. Now, hopefully... No, they are going to go in. They've got some big units coming their way as well. We have won this war, though, so what we're going to do is we're going to select these units and force march. I'm only going to get one of them to force march, or am I going to get both of them to force march? No, I think I will actually get both of them to force march. Let's get in here and reinforce before we lose this battle. Of course, we will have lower morale because we are forced marching our way in there, but we should have the numbers. Because we'd already progressed that siege so much, we really didn't want to lose it. Okay, and we did win that battle. That's fantastic. Let's go ahead and make sure these guys no longer have forced march on. Oh, there was one there with forced march still on. Let's take forced march off for you. We have actually won that siege now. So let's go ahead and just chase down this big army up here that's sat in Holland. Like I said, I don't intend to try and take too much from them. Taking Liege would be nice if I could grab it, but I'm more concerned about just being able to take Antwerp. Because all I want is the important centre of trade right now. I don't want to end up with massive amounts of aggressive expansion and or overextension. So I do have to be careful. If I can 100% siege Liege... Sounds quite hard to say. If I can 100% siege Liege, that might help things out a little bit. But I'm just going to go around here and try and catch these guys out if I can. Liege is sieging very, very slowly. Truce with a few places has ended. Recall diplomat from Portugal. Yeah, just basically truce is ending. So we might find that we're in a war with a lot of other people at the moment. You guys are going to go in there and just break up that little stack there. It's a shame we can't siege that out any more quickly. I might just have to go and throw some men in. Just see if we can grab Liege. It is a bit of border gore because it's sort of like this one little area in the middle of my territory that I can't actually use. How quickly could we siege out Liege if I just basically dumped all of my units in there? Would it actually tick up any quicker? And where are the big stacks? Are they actually working their way in yet? Guess they will be at some point. 42%, yeah, that suddenly went a lot quicker, didn't it? So we'll siege out Liege, and then we'll move up and see if we can siege a bit more of Holland out, and hopefully get them to... we'll get Liege to peace out first, hopefully. So 42%. When's the next tick on this this siege? 15 days. Hopefully we might get it then. Always a possibility. Are we being sieged out? Yeah, there's a few minor little sieges going on down here, but I'm not all that bothered. Not bothered about those CBs. Come on, 42%. You've got to be able to do this soon. Defenders desert. Didn't quite get that there, did we? Let's take one stack and just go and put you in Holland. We'll get a little bit less attrition over here. Let's go and have a look at my guy who's traipsing around in the Americas. We can send you over there. Just trying to use him to his fullest potential and just uncover as much of the Terra Incognita as possible. And you can go into there, I suppose, and then kind of back home. There we go. Colonists are all doing relatively well. What about over here? Then we need to sort our economy out and our well, our manpower's fine. It's our economy we're going to need to sort out. Gain some unrest. Well, that's never good. Right, this this siege. A little bit faster, please. I mean, we could assault because we have breached the walls, but I'd rather not lose a lot of men. Still a few units they're all sort of scattered out. Most of these sieges are never going to go through because I've got full defensive ideas and relatively decent forts in a lot of places, although I do still need to upgrade a few forts and such. Having the big fleet up here is going to help. It also looks like our allies are dropping a few units up. We've taken another loan. This is never good. We're at 49%. How far... Wow, we didn't even win on that tick. Liege is taking an awfully long time to siege out. So we'll leave things going as they are. I'm actually going to go back up to speed 3 now because I think most of the worrisome fights have gone. We're going to ignore the peace offer from Holland for the moment because we'd like to try and take Liege first if we can. There's no guarantee that we'll be able to, but we'd like to try and take it. I guess what we could do is go and take one of our bigger stacks down here and just go and crush some of the... I know that does remove some of the siege progress or reduces some of the siege chances. But it does certainly help us making sure that we get some extra war score. So we'll just go and wipe out a few of these little stacks. You're going to get away anyway because you're cavalry, so you're bound to be faster than I am. Oh, apparently won. Let's just move you up to there. We've won the Siege of Liege. Fantastic. So, let's just move the rest of you guys up into Holland. Liege, are you willing to peace out? Well, they should be willing to peace out because we've got 100% war score against them. Full annexation of Liege. Yes. So now we should have Liege. Okay, brilliant. We've got Liege. Now, if we go to Holland, can we take Antwerp? Yes, we can. Would you give us war reparations? Yes, and a lot of money. Yes. Send demands. Brilliant. Okay, so this is going to probably cause massive problems with coalitions and stuff. So let's get everybody sort of... we've got a few things that we need to sort out now with ships and trade fleets and stuff like that. We need to core some places. We need to convert some places now. So what do we need to do? We need to sort out our overextension. So we need to core Antwerpen and Liege. So let's make sure we leave some men in Antwerp. And we also want to make sure that we leave some in Liege as well. We need to make sure that we get rid of all of our mercenaries because they cost an absolute fortune. There's no mercs there. There is some mercs there. Let's grab the mercs and disband. Any more mercs anywhere else? Can't see any. Let's just have a look under our economy. Army maintenance. No mercenary maintenance. Okay, so we've got rid of all of the mercenaries. Now we want to make sure that... oh, wow, we just lose a massive amount of manpower for no reason. We're going to take our fleet with our heavies and transports. You're going to go back to Normandy and be re-mothballed. I'm going to take my other trade fleet. I'm going to make a new unit. Not split. Can't create new units. It's fleets on trade mission. Where are you on trade to? English Channel. Right. What I want to do is take one ship. And you're going to come to Normandy. And the rest of you are going to go back on trade mission to the English Channel, was it? Yeah, okay. Off you go. And then you guys... what have we got here? So, for 5 years, we can either have minus 10% trade efficiency or plus 10% or plus 10 local unrest in Sierra Leone. Fine, let them have that. I haven't bothered. Okay, what do we want to do? We want to take this other fleet of 45, and you are going to be protecting trade in Lubeck, I suppose. So we also now need to build ourselves 14 more lights, because we lost 15, but we did gain a spare one. You guys are going to mothball. So we do have some loans to repay, of course, which we will do. But at the same time, we do want to increase the trade fleet because that will get us more money back. So we can invest in a new idea and we can go for new tech. We are actually behind time now, and this would give us better ships, especially our light ships. And we're just about to build some more light ships, so we might as well take that so we can have the better light ships. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're back at speed 3. We need to sort out our armies into my usual little stacks, which I've forgotten already. So it's a 10-4-6 is what I usually go for. Into a stack of 20. So that's slightly over by 1 infantry. So let's select you and just bring you down here. Let's just group these guys up. And we want to make a 10 4 6. You can stay there and the other unit can move out. And these guys, you're going to be slightly over. You're going to be a 12-5-8, are you? Well, we'll split that up. So, I know we did have some that were slightly extra, so that's fine. So, we'll make this one into a 10-4-6. Wish there was a slightly easier way of doing this. I know it's only my own OCD that makes it a problem, but I'm just trying to keep all of these units to a relative strength. You guys, you need to be a 10-4... Now, you're a bit light on artillery. Select this unit, and so Vermandois is where all of our odd numbers are going to sit for the time being. Just until I get all of these units kind of rebuilt. At least we're making positive cash again now. So we need to go ahead and get making those lights. Let's start getting some of them. 30 admin power and 10 legitimacy. Very nice, although I was already maxed on legitimacy anyway. Naval, we're well below our naval force limit. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves some more frigates. They are quite expensive. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll do them in 5s, just so we can try and maintain enough money to pay off our bank loans. You guys are all going to group up there. Colony has become self-sustaining. Excellent. Which one was that one? Oh, we don't need this map mode anymore, do we? So, do we want to keep working this way, or do we want to work that way? I think we want to keep working this way. So this is going to be our next new colony. Keep making Canada even bigger. What else do we want over here? Let's have a look. You guys, you're the spares. So, you are missing 2 artillery. You have 2 artillery. So, let's go ahead and... nope, it's not what I wanted to do. Let's go ahead and grab all the artillery. You're going to go down and join those guys. Which just leaves us an extra 10 sort of random units here now. So we've got an extra 8 and 2. I guess you can be our sort of main army in with these guys, I suppose, because you've got the leader. Okay, things are going quite well. I'm relatively happy with how things are going. We've got Liege. Like I said, Liege were an elector, so I wonder who the new elector's going to be now. Down to 23 princes. The HRE is getting more and more beaten up. Getting that important centre of trade is going to be very, very helpful for us. Looks like Portugal have got some troops black flagged over here. Looks like Wales has actually had independence as well. This is Ivory Coast. It's all this stuff down here that I sort of took and then never really bothered doing anything with, which is the problem. I'm not really all that bothered about this area. I don't know why I took it. I kind of thought I was going to do some of the African trade stuff and the trade companies, but then I just decided I really couldn't be bothered to do that. It would be nice if we could offer an alliance to Wales. Now, we are actually at our maximum number of diplomatic relations. Although we could probably integrate Navarra, and we don't have a lot of diplomats doing anything. So let's go ahead. We're not going to offer the alliance yet, but we are going to start improving relations with Wales. And then we're going to go to Navarra and see if we can actually annex the vassal. We will need to do a tiny little bit of relationship improvement there. And we might be able to get them on board. And that'll free up one of our relationship slots, which will be quite good for us. Let's go back have a look in the Americas. Another colony's become self-sustaining. That's fantastic. So which one was that one? This one. Yeah. Now, of course, this one is actually in Mexico, so it hasn't become a... What's this down here? Oh, this is actually Norwegian Mexico. Wow, Norway are really going for it down here, aren't they? Oh, well, I'll probably just start doing this area, to be honest. You guys need to go and explore those areas, and then you can maybe come down to this area, and maybe then we'll see where you can go from there. So let's go back to our main bit of land. Keep our eye on Navarra. Actually, Navarra is already there. That was much quicker than I expected. Navarra, then. Can we annex you? We can. Might take a little bit of time, though, due to the fact that we are still on negative diplomatic relations. Not as much as we were before. Might be enough to start it moving. We'll see how it goes as it ticks over. How long are we going to have the... Yeah, once the overextension goes away, we'll actually be running even. Because we've got max legitimacy. Yeah, so... That annexed subjects, how long have we got that for anyway? Annexed subjects until 1642. December 1642, so almost another 3 years, which is a little bit of a pain. Our general is dead. That's not our conquistador, is it? That was the general that was here. That's fine. Now we're no longer over our military spend, so that's okay for the time being. These ships are all starting to come together. So let's join them all up there. So how many does that give us? We grab everything here, we deselect those, and that should give us 5. So if we group all these guys up, you guys can go and protect trade in Lubeck, and you should automatically form up with the existing fleet. And we'll go ahead and build another 5. In fact, we need to build another 10, really, don't we? So I guess we could just go and do that all at once. Let's go ahead and build another 10. You can all form up in Normandy. And then I have to do very, very little sort of babysitting on that lot. It should all take care of itself. Military access from Ferrer. Converted some heretics to the one true faith. And I think that's it. I think we've actually got 100% religious unity. I wish I'd have taken that mission now. Improved defences in Breda. Give it a star fort for 5 army tradition. Yes, please. They're the ones I like. Now then, Breda, where are you? You're this one, aren't you? So if we go ahead and build a star fort, buildings, and build a star fort, that'll give us some extra army tradition. That's always nice. Quick look at the coalition map mode just before we leave. Isn't really a big coalition against us. I don't think we're going to have as much aggressive expansion. Well, I mean, obviously Austria don't like us, but because I'm sort of taking bits from different people in all different directions, it's a lot less likely that we're going to have big coalitions against us, although it will still happen. But we'll see how that goes in future videos. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying EU4, and I'll see you next time. Until then, goodbye for now.